the time that the time I was supposed to come on live is actually 2 o'clock, but I got caught up in something, so out. There's actually a gap on the lower time frame that I'm watching. So all right, so let's see if we can get this to break down, and then we can start looking for the sell. But don't forget that, according to our roadmap, the sell, or we will anticipate a swing high forming between today and Thursday. So because we have 3 candles forming a swing high, today might be the first day. So if you look here, today might be the first day, and then tomorrow might be second day, and then Thursday price moves down, or today will be the second day, Wednesday will be the third day, and then Thursday will be the actual big move. But whatever happens, we are looking for that breaking structure. All right, so let's see if we can get that. It looks to me that we might probably get that. All right, zoom in. Now British pound is a pair that we have been looking we some form of a continuation. I like this equal high in here, right? So any trade that you manage to get, because sometimes my entry, right, the entry that I will look for will be different from the entry that you might look for. And if you do get an entry that equal high, it's a very good area to anticipate a partial. Then we have this equal high and then that imbalance up there. All right, so that's the idea going forward on this pair. Okay, I think I'm interested in looking into this one here. Let's look at the 3 minutes chart on this. I'm just looking into how price is going up in here to see if there is any imbalance that it's interesting to me for them to come back for. Because sometimes these moves, when they do start, they barely retrace. This one here is not bad. I like these two down candles in here, that one there with that low. Yes, I like this right here. I like that. I'll see how price will behave when it gets there on the 1 minute chart. And we had a short-term low being violated in here, and then price went up. So this high will be a breaker, and we have the gap there, right there. So you can look at that on the 1 minute chart for a scalp, or can get you into that can help get into the move if it doesn't retrace that much. Okay, but this is going to be a scalp, not necessarily a buy to continue going all the way up to these levels, these ones and that one. That this level is too small, so this is just considered as a scalp. All right, New Zealand. Let me go back to Euro. Okay, that 5 minutes time frame high that I need to get used to this. That 5 minutes high, notice how it's behaving on the 1 hour. Okay, so that high is important because that will confirm a swing low here, right? And if it does confirm a swing low, what do they leave on the downside for price to push up? Okay, so we need price to close above that high. On New Zealand, this morning I anticipated a move, a continuation to the upside, to go up in here. That's where price is gonna go, or there's a high probability it's gonna reach for that. Let me put it correctly. So I was looking for this as a continuation, and you can see they did run out that low and then run up. So that will create essentially that. Okay, I'm teaching you something. If you read in between the lines, what the words that I'm using, I'm teaching you something. They ran out this low and then price went up and it created this candle. Okay, so if it does retrace again, then this is going to be a candle that will react to continue price to the upside. So let me get rid of that. I'm gonna zoom in and then show you on the 15 minutes time frame. This level and that level, those two levels is where you watch for price to come back and continue going higher. Why? Because you saw what happened on the lower time frame. Anyone that tried to go long for the trend continuation on this time frame, you have this low, sorry, that high, this low, and that high. So that's a new high, right? So we will be looking to buy the pullback, and what they run out anyone that had their stops below this low, okay, and then made a new high. So this whole move to the downside is considered manipulation, expansion. So if they pull back, it's only gonna come back for a retracement and should continue going up. So the level you will be interested in will be this one and that. So that will also give you roughly whatever price is gonna retrace, should give you at least optimal trade entry. So maybe from here, if price starts retracing from there, let me see, yeah, somewhere here, right? If price starts retracing from there, this will be just below 50%, so that wouldn't be a very good one, but you can still use it. And I'll be interested in this one because it falls under the 618 to 79 retracement level. And the reason why I use that level is because this is a measured move to the upside. So we could see a retracement from here or from there, which is roughly there. Okay. So look for continuation to the upside to 0.70809. Okay. Aussie has reached, let's use this one because I have most of my analysis on the futures. Aussie has reached the gap in here. So I'm not looking for further movement on Aussie yet because this thing can reject. Right, this thing can reject inside the gap, not necessarily go lower, but it could be a pullback. Right, it could give a pullback. So leave this one alone. Now, what you can do with this, let me show you something. Notice that the Aussie has reached a high time frame level, right? So what can happen when price reach a high time frame level? Unlike euro, that is now about to move away from a where is it gone? Unlike euro, which is about to move from a discount. Okay, I'm trying to choose my words carefully here. Euro is trying to move away from discount, whilst Aussie is now in premium. Okay, and the premium level is this. Right, that's the premium level. So we could see, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but we could see this one giving up a retracement and then the euro actually going higher. If that happens, this pair is going to retrace. So what you can do on this pair is actually look for, you can see I have my gap here. Okay, it can cause it to retrace. So you can start looking at the lower time frame in this pair and then anticipate some form of a pullback. So you can start looking at it from the 5 minutes chart up to the 15 minutes, looking for a breaking structure, and then using the narrative that this is in premium and this is in discount, right? And then frame a trade on Euro Aussie. All right, and obviously you have a lot of understanding because I've given you so much information. You should be able to understand and do what I'm saying. All right, so instead of actually doing something on Aussie right now, which I don't recommend it because of where it's trading, do what I just showed you. Okay, Euro Pound, we are currently sitting inside the last imbalance within that daily order block in here. This one or this one, depending on how you look at it. I'm interested in that one, but there is a level down here that has also got my interest. I think it's on H4. That small little gap down there, that level has also got my interest. This one.
What's weather? It's because it's a what weather.
Right there. Okay, so those are the levels I'm watching. I'm not in a rush to take a trade. This, I'm looking at this as an impulse leg and this as a retracement. I could be wrong and it could just go all the way down and take out this low and maybe drop down somewhere in here, which was the original level that initially I was looking for in here. Before it went up, that was where I was looking for price to reach. It could take out this low into that and still go up. So I'm not in a rush to buy it. I will wait patiently for a breaking structure, at least 15 minutes for a scalp, and then on the 1 hour for a short-term trade. Okay, so let's see how price is gonna react in here. Let me zoom in. Right in here. Right where price is actually right now, right there. Okay, let's see how price is gonna react in here. If we see it reject, take out this high, I'll be interested in looking for a buy. Or if it starts giving anything on the, I think 5 minutes is not bad, this high, if it's able to rally and break it from where we are right now, if it's able to move away, take out this high, I'll be interested in a buy. All right, maybe a short-term buy until we get the high time frame to give a real rejection. Someone requested for Euro Yen. Let's go and look at Euro Yen. All right, let's remove this. Okay, Euro Yen is not bad. Let's see. Okay, that is a nice order block in here. We had the 1 hour break structure, that's a pullback. it didn't trade enough to discount. It actually did. Yeah, it did. But I think I like the gap on the, I like somewhere in here or on the H1, somewhere in here. It's not bad where it's turning around in here. It's still valid to go up to take out this high. Alright, so if you are long already, for bringing my attention to it, I should have looked at it when you said it, because it was still down here. That would have been a valid long, because it was actually at optimal trade entry. So I'll look for price to go and attack that high, and probably move somewhere here. Yeah, I'll look somewhere here, right there. So partial, I think it's very close. Partial here and then there, because the H4, this is making lower lows. So if it's gonna make a higher low, that's roughly that area. It'll make a higher low, roughly that area, and then move back down again. Well, I guess you've been indoctrinated by me, so we were actually looking to, if I was looking at it, we were going to take the same entry, and that's good. It's good that you're looking at the same level that I'm looking. Okay. Yeah, if it does come back down again, which I think it can, because they have this level in here, right? So it could come back down again. Don't chase it. And I do apologize. I have my son. He's on 2 weeks holiday, so he's going to be around me all the time. He just loves the computers, and when I'm not sitting down, he takes over the screen watching toys. Anyway, let's continue. The next one was gold. Okay, so gold, it did miss our entry. It didn't quite get to the level that I gave yesterday for the long. Right, that's where I was looking for it to come to. Right, I was looking for it to come down here for the buy to continue going up, and that wasn't the case. They've created another order block on the 1 hour in here, which I think we will move the entry to there. Right, we'll be looking here for that order block, so somewhere down here for a continuation to the upside. Okay, so the original buy that I gave, which we were looking down here, you want to move it up to there. All right, because they did not get into that entry, and that was based on this order block here, right? I think they will attack this equal high, so there's still room to the upside. I think might, not will, they might attack that high. So if it pulls back again, I'm going to use this level as a potential buy. This leg down, it did take out this low and took out this high. If they're able to climb above this, I think we will go higher. Okay, if they go above that, we will go higher. So let's see if we can get an entry. By the way, I got a sell up in here, and guess what? All right, you're not gonna believe it. I had my TP right below this low, because in the morning I saw this 1 hour auto block, so I traded that 1 hour auto block in here, right? And I got my entry here, roughly in the mean threshold, and I put my TP at exactly that low. Do you know that my broker did not fill me up? My broker did not fill me up. So as soon as it went up and took out this high, I had to manually close the trade. And sometimes that's the problem you get looking for precision. I was looking for precision and I didn't get it. Even though price shows that it went there, my broker was like, nope, you just too, how can you know price is coming here? All right, and it did not take me out of the trade, so I had to close it manually when it made a break above this high. But it did not also pull back to give me a long, and it just continued going up. So if it retraces, that's where you'll be watching for a buy. All right. Let me go and check the other screen. My commodities chart. I had a trade on commodities, and I think that's what hit my TP. On oats. I have a trade on oats. Yep, it's my trade on oats. I think I had another buy limit and it hit the buy limit. Anyway, gold, we are looking for continuation to the upside. Oil. So oil has been going sideways since morning. I was again looking for a buy, even though I'm bearish, right? Because we had this move down and I'm still short. I was looking for price to get up here, which is this level inside the daily order block, and then look for continuation to the downside. Today I saw this run up, so I was looking for a retracement to buy it to go up, and look what they've done. They've just kept going sideways. But overall, the high time frame should send price back down here, and then even that low. All right, if you look at the weekly, if I put it on the weekly, you see why we are trading back into a bearish order block on the weekly, bearish order block on the daily. So we should technically be coming back down, but I was looking for this level as the order block and then sell short. So whatever happens, I'm looking for lower prices. It's just where I wanted them to come to for me to sell again. They couldn't quite get there. So I'll watch price action in here, especially. We did not make a new high. This is the last low. Okay, this is the last low. So we need to take out this low, which we take out this low completely. What I want to see is one more, then I like to sell up here. I don't want this one, right? I don't like that one. I want to see them run up, break down, and then pull back, and then I'll sell short. I don't like this level. So if it's gonna come down here, it must create at least some nice H4 order block for me to be using it. If not, then I'm not interested. I'll just let my sell that I have, if you want to see, which is here, right? The sell that I have there, I'll let that one just continue going lower and not be interested in any other position. So I want to see them make one more high and then break down, then I'll be interested in selling. I'm not interested in coming down here. It doesn't make sense to me, all right? Because it's just too much of a range for it to come all the way down here. And if it's gonna pull back, it won't make sense. You understand with experience what I'm saying, all right? So, and I think since we have some of our YouTube members watching, I'm gonna give you guys a gift today for you to use. Give me 1 second and let me comfort my son for a little bit. All right, sorry. He's a bit miserable, so I decided to comfort him. Let me look at the British pound. Let's look at this one. All right, look at that gap there. That's why I said let's wait for that break in market structure, right? Notice how big the rejection is inside this range. So unless they take out that low, we are not going to be selling off yet. So let's go back. It seems to me that oil will begin to drop 15 minutes if there's something in okay. shorts only. The H4 has made a new low, right? So anything coming back up will be a pullback. Look to go and attack this low. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna give on dollar CAD, because it's a pair that I don't like trading. It does not give me my it does not give me what I'm looking for when I trade it. And you understand what there are some pairs that will literally not give you anything as much as you try. Right, as much as you try, that pair is always going against you. This is the case for this pair, right? So anything I do on this is just, it's like it's a wife that you cannot please. Right, it's a wife that you cannot please. Anything you do, they're gonna complain. That's how this pair is to me, so I don't trade it. All right, so if you want to trade it, that's fine. This is where I think it's going. Look to sell short only. Okay, Bitcoin, I actually have a buy limit on Ethereum. Let's see if I got an entry right there. That looks very scary to buy, but yeah, I do have a buy limit on Ethereum in here, and based on the daily, I'm still bullish to go up to 3608. We've just got stuck in a bit of consolidation in here, but it looks to me they're gonna go and touch this candle's low and probably trade and close in that void. But this candle's low is, yeah, this candle's low is still a doable level for me, and I'm looking for a buy on this. I don't like Bitcoin. I don't like the price action on it, but if you want to trade it, same thing. I think you can use the 1 hour as your breaking structure, right? And price is pulling back, right? Price is pulling back, so watch this imbalance in here on the 1 hour time frame. Watch that imbalance in there. Even though the 4 hour doesn't look great, right? Because the 4 hour is more of a mess. 1 hour looks a bit better. So down here, or just use optimal trade entry. But if you do get a buy, don't hold on to your long to go up here. Take partial below this candle's low, right? And then leave the rest, because this move down has also created some form of an order block in here, right? This whole move is creating an order block. So if you do get the buy, make sure you take partial and then you leave the rest. All right, don't hold on to it expecting it to continue going up, and don't take anything like gold did to me. Should have taken my TP manually, and it didn't. Okay, so that's what I have on Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right, if you have any question or any pair, feel free. I've got the next 18 minutes, so if you have any pair, any question, feel free. My gift for those watching us from YouTube today, it's I'm going to check that. It's let's see. How you want to trade the crosses. Okay, how you want to trade the how you want to trade the crosses. All right. When I say crosses, I mean how you want to trade the like pairs like this. I call them crosses, and then the majors. We have majors and we have crosses. So crosses is going to be these ones, and then the majors would be Euro, Pound, Aussie, New Zealand, and all that. If you want to trade the crosses, right, always look at the futures. Okay, do not trade the crosses without looking at the futures, because the futures market, the spread between the two is always going to give you an edge. So if you're looking to trade, let's say, dollar yen or euro yen, for example, euro yen, the euro yen that you brought my attention to, if you want to trade that, it will be advisable to watch what the futures on euro is doing and what the yen futures is doing. So if I put this one on there, CADs, and this is what I saw in yen, and that made me buy the CAD yen. So if you look at the H4, right here, you can see that the yen made a swing high, right, on when I say this low. Watch where my cursor is. This one. Translate it. What you see there is that the CAD has made a higher high. At the same time, the yen has made a lower high. Right, so they are both doing what we call an inverse. This one is going up, that one is going down, and that will translate to give you the currency pair CAD yen. All right, that's gonna give you the currency pair CAD yen. So if I go here and I type in is the same as that high, but this low has been broken down and this is going up. So that gives you an inverse. So if you want to trade the futures, yes, I think it's because of the network. What you can do is after the session, just rewatch this part again, because this part is what you probably need, right? So just watch this part again. If you're gonna trade any of the crosses, do something like this and you will end up with a trade like that, where it's very dynamic, is one way, and you will see, based on the analysis that you do on both of them, a pair that should be moving. Okay, it's not going to give you a pair that is lagging, it's going to give you a pair that should be moving. So if you look at this one again, the fact that this one is going up and this one is going down, it means that there is a kind of a disparity between those two. One is going up, this one is going up, this one is going up, but this one is going down. So you compare this one with that, you compare this one with that, you compare this one with that, and then you trade those pairs. So New Zealand be a buy, Aussie yen should be a buy, CAD yen should be a buy, like that. Okay, so that's my gift for our YouTube watchers or our YouTube members today. One thing that when you are watching, they all might look the same. A trend continuation, and one of them will be giving naked eye. You might not, so maybe this indicator here will help you. that's meant to be. No, there we go. So in here, and with these settings, you can manipulate it to get the swings on your pair that you're looking at, to get the ideal swings, like this one, that one, this, that. So you can see, just draw a line, right? Where is the last two going? The last two impulses, right? This one is 1, 2. This one is 1, 2, and you can see what it's doing. That's my eye. That's my eye. That means we will have the other scenario of price reaching up here. All right, so we will have dollar index now potentially gonna go 0.97. That's where we might get the swing high to form. So indeed, they probably will wait till the 7th before we see that move down. So that will be, going forward, what we'll be waiting for, right? So, or you can look to sell the British pound. You can look to sell the British pound back down into that H4 imbalance in here. Let's go to currencies. Somewhere in here. All right, look to sell the British pound to come down in here. It's creating a swing high. I just don't like British pound. It's too sideways in my liking. Let's look at oil. Let's go back to gold. Didn't quite get there, did it? In a clean optimal trade entry. Yeah, I still like my precision. I still like that gap. Whoa. Sorry. I'm just now reading your messages. I just read the chat room. So I see Dixie going down, it's still going up. Yes, so if you look at what I just explained, right? If you were here, I said that they need gap here, or ideally take out this low before it will start going down, because it's still bullish. So it's either, right, what they are doing now, which is make one more run and then break down, something like that, or they're gonna break this low. So from here, in my opinion, it's gonna go up. It will attack this, because this is the last imbalance I was interested in, and they've gone through it like it didn't exist. So it will go up and attack this high and trade into and trade into 99.78. There's an order block and an imbalance there. I think that's where it's gonna trade to, and then that's when we will start looking at what the 7th will bring, which is the Thursday. So maybe between today and Thursday they might form a swing high, and then we can use that. But in the meantime, as I was saying, you can look for a sell on this, or Aussie as well, because Aussie has traded into this imbalance. So let's look at the euro odd. Look at this one. Yeah, I don't like it. All right, you can look to sell this after this candle closes. All right, you can look to sell that. Let me look at the New Zealand. Okay, another one. That sell-off is so huge. This low, that looks too clean. If dollar continues going up, that low looks too clean. That low looks too clean. I think I missed. I'll be watching dollar.
Oh,
Can you show the pair and we can see it? Oh, that was the pound. I'm sorry, the CAD yen. Based on the futures market, CAD against the yen, that was CAD yen, and I think I showed you over here. So gold COT is up and seasonal as well. How far up do you think gold will go? How far do I think gold is gonna go? As far as this equal high for now, I'm still watching how it's gonna trade inside this.
that's my name.
It needs to break through that. So I think last week when I said you could get by here to go up there, for us to go here we need to bridge this. So as long as that is still there, you have to respect it, that it can come here and then still go lower, right? So just respect that there is a gap that price can get and then reject and go lower. So any buy you get, make sure that you're taking partial at that gap. I thought AUD is up all month. No, AUD is not up all month. It's up till the 14th, mid-April. It's up till the mid-April, and then it might lose some strength. I took a Cardian buy. All right, cool. I think you're learning. So let me check the euro pound. Okay, price is currently stuck at the gap. Price is still stuck at that gap. Any other question? Any other question? Okay, let's go and look at S&P 500, because I had a level on S&P 500 before it goes up. Oh wow. I needed to pay attention to this. I had an order block here. I was looking for a buy. About the Nasdaq. Okay, Nasdaq decided to go lower. It's trading back into this down candle. Why have I got the 4? What's the Nasdaq? Is there's this equal I in here that I'm so much interested in. This morning I was looking for this order block in here to send us and go and take out this high, and they decided to break down. How to determine order flow and inducement. Good question. How to determine order flow inducement. You have to study market structure a little bit. The flow on depending on the time frames that you trade. So if, for example, you trade, actually, let me just use my whiteboard oops. I'm gonna use this one. Price is going up. These are the structure highs and lows. Okay, now in between them is going to do what? Is going to have what we call the complex pullback. So in this move here, if price dropping down creates something like this, right, in this move here, and then right there it creates that, because the bigger time frame impulse leg is this one and that, and this is a pullback. This move on the lower time frame is subordinate to this time frame. What's that? Go. Give me a second. Okay, sorry for that. The this impulse leg, right, is the main leg. This is a pullback. So if this creates a breaking market structure, right, and it starts going up on the lower time frame, so if this is the H4, this is the 15 minutes. This 15 minutes is still subordinate to that H4, and if, okay, within this impulse leg there is still an imbalance down here, right, and price has already left, as long as we've not made a new high, it can come back down and attack this low and still go up. So you have to pay attention to what discount levels are down here. Have we rebalanced everything? Because if we have, then there's no reason for price to come back. But if there is still a gap down here, then this move could still come down, take out this low, and then what you see is that H4 will still drop into that gap before going up again. So you have to kind of study market structure into details before you understand inducement. If you don't have market structure in like the way I'm presenting it to you, then you will not understand inducement. All right, so study more about market structure in terms of the time frames and imbalances. Okay, let me say it this way: imbalances and order blocks on each time frame. Study that and see how price is going up and down to balance, to rebalance, and then notice how price will either come back down for a gap before going up. So let me make it easier. If this is the daily and it makes an impulse leg, what did it leave down here? Is it an order block or a gap? If there's a gap, there's a high probability it might come back down for the gap. If it gets to the gap, does it show willingness to go up again? If it does, then there's absolutely no reason for it to come back down. So you could look for a break-in market structure to go in line with this. But if there is something down here after that break-in market structure, always remember that price can come back down. Take out this low into that before going up. Just say help me. US 30 is delayed, I think. US 30 US 30, that's the H4.
Are you ready?
That's the H1. They are still bullish, all right? They are still bullish. Oh, not that. This one here. This one here is bullish, right? It's trading back into this. It could reject inside here and still be valid to go up. So if US 30 is being delayed, it could be for a reason, because this one is stronger. So maybe they might hold on to this and then go up from this order block. So if you want to trade it, then use this 15-minute order block and trade it back up again. So I'll probably take a long, partial out here, and then I'll leave the rest and see what they will do. So I'll take a long, partial out here, and then I'll leave the rest to see if they will make a new high.
Whoa.
Yeah. Me looking for a confirmation on the lower time frame for a long on the 1 minute chart. Okay, I'll leave it here. I'll look for a confirmation for a long in here. So maybe a break above this high, then I'll look for a long on the 1 minute chart. Or just buy, leave the stop loss there. All right. How to trade gold? Trade it just like you trade anything else. Wow. Give me 1 sec. It's the same time. It's 2 p.m. my time. Nothing has changed. I think it was a server error, so the time has not changed. It's the same as always. So I think if you check the time if you check the time zone, just check for 2 p.m. GMT and translate it to your local time. That's when we start. I think the best buy would have been this one here, right? As per the narrative that I gave, that would have been the best buy. I'm not sure about the buy on GU. Okay, I'm not sure about the buy on GU. I see you're looking at this one, but yeah, I'm not sure about this one. It could go up, don't get me wrong. I'm looking at from all time frame perspective and where this order block is, right? We have clean equal lows below that, so if I'm doing that transaction, I'm not interested. But if in your opinion you can trust this, then go ahead. All right, I just don't like buying when there's equal lows. I'm gonna talk to them and they'll fix it, but like I said, it's always going to be my time, 2 p.m. So just translate 2 p.m. GMT to your local time, and then when that time is up, come here and we will be live. Yeah, because that's when we start. That's when I start. So whenever it's 2 p.m. my time, that's when I go live. So whatever that time is in your local time, that's the time you need to be here. If you want to watch the live session, that's the time you need to be here. So translate 2 p.m. GMT. I guess we're in GMT, right? Let me double check. I don't want to give you false information. Oh, hang on. What's the current time? It's current time. Okay, it's BST. My bad. It's not GMT. It's BST. So we are in British Standard Time or British Summer Time. I don't know how that works, but yeah. Oh, I missed gold, and off it went. Okay, that's all right. When I do these live sessions, I miss so many trades, and because this is the time price is moving around like crazy, and there are some nice opportunities out there. Yeah, it's not broken market structure yet, so good to still come back down. There you go. US 30 also rejecting. Nasdaq also rejecting. S&P 500. I like the US 30. Okay, guys, I'm tired. I'm gonna go. Unless you have any question, I think I am done. Let me look at Ethereum. Oh wow, look at my entry on Ethereum.
Great job.
That's a wicked entry right there. I could close this right now. I could close that right now and be happy with that return, but you know. That's a good level to take partial right here. And then up here.
When another one is 2, and another one is 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's a little bit. He's coming and he's a double one.
Where did it turn around? Right there. I'm gonna sign out. Steady gaps on all time frames, and you'll be amazed. All right, steady gaps, these small gaps. All right. Um, I know I said I'm leaving, but it's like see how price reacted from here, right? What you need to do is go into that time frame and study what actually happened here to cause this. On dollar index, right? This gap here, right? Go into the lower time frame and then study what happened there. All right. If you go into the lower time frame, go and study what happened there and price left for it to come back here to do that. Right? That's my gift for you. Yep. I just don't trust this equal law. So if you caught it, well done.
Did you see that?
Alright, guys. Stay blessed. I'll touch base with you. If you like, I'll see what I can do, because I know some of you would like to see these kind of live sessions, so we will see what we can do. All right.